How doing guys, SmartEntity here, welcome to episode number 4 of my Syndicate Melee series, and today we're looking at the Sancti Magistar, the new Locust recent edition. Now, I did initially plan to release all 6 of the melee weapon videos within a week period, however because of the index preview, I was forced to farm that a lot. Yes, I was forced. You know what they say, if you don't do the farming, you can't make the videos. Or at least that's what I say, because you gotta have the materials, right? Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. So at baseline, we see this weapon have a pretty decent stats arsenal. So we have a status crit chance. We have a crit chance of 20%, so immediately that tells me this is a pretty decent weapon. Why? Because it allows us to use that Berserker crit combo. Now, the base attack is about 120, so nothing to be too shocked about, and honestly not too bad either. An attack speed of 1, again, pretty standard. Now, just comparing that to something like the Talos Boltaise, which we did review first, it has better baseline damage, it has the same crit multiplier and a much better crit chance. So at baseline, I'll say the Sancti Magistar is a much better weapon if you're doing slightly higher level gameplay. However, these days there's really no reason to do any high level gameplay, so I wouldn't say this is a straight up better weapon just because the Talos Boltaise with that blade beam or energy wave is quite fun to play with. And again, we do have the exact same build. It's not a optimized damage build, but it is a very fun build to play with. So the same build as I have with the Talos Boltaise, so during gameplay you guys can see a bit of damage number difference here and there. Alrighty, so the Sancti Magistar have a unique ability like all the other Syndicate melee weapons, and that is on a charged attack. It basically heals allies, and it also reduces damage done to the wielder, i.e. you, if you're holding damage from status effects. So we're here again on a Pluto capture mission. Now, I hope you guys kinda see the problem with this charge attack already. So it does take a very long time to actually do a charge attack, and secondly, the benefit it actually does is really not that great. I mean, it heals allies, it reduces damage from status effects. Come on, like there's so much in game right now that's just better, right? I mean, Trinity with Blessing is just no comparison, obviously, but there's also a lot of other frames, things like Necros with Desecrate, a lot of health orbs that makes healing pretty irrelevant. Also, things like Oberon has its own healing ability. In addition, like I was saying a few minutes ago, there's just no reason to play high-level gameplay. So for that reason, I really want to have weapons with abilities that do mass AoE or fast killing, that kind of stuff. And things that reduce damage from status effects. I mean, how often do you guys ever find that to be an issue? And heal allies on a charged attack? I mean, by the time I really connect, either the enemy would have run away, or if I really need a heal, I probably would have died anyway because the enemy would be so high level. So excellent work. The unique ability for the Sancti Magistar, in all honesty, is pretty useless.
Here on a capture mission. You must find
and the slot attack, to be honest, yeah, okay, with the Fury, it's not too bad, but it's a bit sluggish, I feel. Now, as far as straight up damage output, the Sancti Magistar is definitely one of the better ones out of the Syndicate melees. But, I mean, 1, we don't really play much high level. 2, if I really need that DPS, I'll be using a range weapon, right? I'll be using a primary or secondary. I wouldn't be using melee. I mean, who brings a knife to a gunfight, right? So in conclusion, the Sancti Magistar is definitely a strong weapon. It definitely has the potential to do a lot of damage. But because it's in the class of Syndicate melee, it really doesn't have a fun or useful unique ability. Secondly, with melee, I always like to use it for that traveling utility, and it's just not there. So for that reason, despite having arguably one of the best DPS potentials out of the Syndicate melee, is definitely by no means my favorite. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.